Is it on? Oh, on, huh? Good, because I'm going to bring you around the whole of Singapore and share with you everything that you need to know about cycling in Singapore. So let's jump into our starting point from Punggol. We are approaching towards Seletar Aerospace Park that is quite famous among Northeast riders. So one of the exit of that road is over here. If you see a cyclist, he's taking the loops. You see, he's just taking a U-turn over there. So similarly, there will be many cyclists. They will just keep looping around this loop. It's a U shape like that. As we go around in front now, we will see the other end of the U. We are now crossing Seletar Bridge. I would say this is the first of many scenic spots you will come across on this ride. So it's a good time to look up and take your eyes off the power meter for a moment. Over on the right is Malaysia, just across the Johor Strait, while on the left is the Lower Seletar area, including the Singapore Island Country Club. It's a beautiful stretch connecting Punggol to Yishun side of Singapore. As we are approaching Yishun, on the right of the fog is Woodlands, on the left is Yishun. So we are going to go towards Yishun as it will lead us to Mandai, Lim Chu Kang, and we continue with our route. We are now passing through Mandai, which is home to some of Singapore's most popular attractions, including Singapore Zoo, Night Safari, and Bird Paradise. But for me, this is where the ride starts a bit more interesting. I'm currently climbing one of Mandai's well-known hills at around 25 kilometers per hour, holding a steady 300 watts, about 3.5 watts per kilogram of my body weight. It's actually not an all-out effort, but it's enough that you definitely know you are climbing. Even though it's not a big climb, it does give you that pinch. For those cyclists who like to train, they normally come over here and climb this. Do this climbing a few times, and it's usually enough for some people to give them about 1000 meter elevation. Towards the end of Mandai comes a Shell petrol station, which is, I believe, abandoned already, but it has become a very common pit stop for cyclists, and I happen to meet some of my friends over here as well.
My wife dropped me, no?
Hey, the wife dropped him lah.
Why? Huh? Oh my god.
Oh my god. As we leave Mandai behind, we will soon be approaching Kranji Dam. It will give us the same vibes as experienced before on Seletar Bridge. But in this case, on our left side is this beautiful Kranji Reservoir, while on our right side is the Johor Straits, with Malaysia just across the water. As we continue towards Neo Teo, the scenery changes completely. The city gives way to peaceful countryside surrounded by farms, reservoirs, and quiet roads. If you are looking to explore a different side of Singapore, this area has plenty to offer. You may visit the nearby Sungai Bulu Wetland Reserve to experience Singapore mangrove forests and native wildlife, or stop by at the Bollywood Veggies for farm-to-table meal in the countryside, or simply take in the peaceful scenery around Kranji Reservoir, is a side of Singapore that many visitors never get to see.
I'm just loving the weather, guys.
We are now passing through Lim Chu Kang, one of Singapore's last rural area. This stretch is home to local farms, military training areas, and the country's largest Muslim cemetery, where generations of Singaporean Muslims have been laid to rest. Nearby, you will also find Lim Chu Kang Nature Park, several countryside farms, offering a peaceful side of Singapore that's very different from its busy city centre. West Coast Highway is a favourite among local cyclists, thanks to its long, uninterrupted roads. I found a cycling group to ride with, but after moving to the front, I made a mistake of following the rider's sprint. Instead of saving energy, I burned my legs. I have to admit, he is incredibly strong. As we continue, you might spot the Singapore cable car crossing overhead between Mount Faber and Sentosa. Beside us is one of the world's busiest ports, making this unique stretch where cycling, tourism, and global trade comes together.
Hey guys, so we reached toward the end of West Coast Highway, and as you may have seen, it's famous for sprinting. We just had a good sprint. Hey, thanks bro, thanks for the draft, man. Thank you. No problem.
We have now reached to the heart of Singapore, that is called Singapore Central Business District, in short CBD. It is surrounded by some of the city's most iconic landmarks. Just ahead is Lau Pa Sat, one of Singapore's oldest and most famous hawker centres, offering everything from local favourites to international cuisine. If you are visiting Singapore, it's the perfect place to experience authentic hawker culture. And if you are here in the evening, don't miss the famous Satay Street, where the road closes to the traffic and transforms it into a vibrant open-air dining experience. I will definitely be creating more contents within the CBD area to highlight some of the landmarks, how you can go around over here. So if you're interested, you may follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, and you may wish to subscribe here on YouTube so that the YouTube can bring up those videos in front of you as I upload them.
Behind me is all the financial district that we just passed through.
We are now approaching towards East Coast Park, in short ECP. But have you noticed that blue sign on the left that says ECP Changi Airport? That's an expressway sign. Singapore has around 10 expressways connecting different parts of the island, but cyclists are not allowed on any of them.
East Coast Park is quite a hot place for those water sports enthusiasts and all those people who want to spend some time outdoors by the beach. I think there is some event also going on over here. We are going to stop over here for a while to top up my water bottle. These are the very common pit stops along the East Coast Park. There are many of them. Every kilometer, I think you'll find them. It comes with a washroom and some water coolers over here.
After leaving East Coast Park and topping up our water bottles, we are now heading onto Tanah Merah Coast Road. In short, PMCR. This freight stretch runs about 10 to 15 kilometers with Changi Airport on one side and the sea on the other side, although the trees along the road block most of the sea view. PMCR is favorite among local cyclists, with many of them come here to push the pace or test their sprinting power. And with Changi Airport right beside us, it's common to see aircraft flying low overhead as they leave the airport or approach for landing. We have reached the end of PMCR and are now at Changi village. This area is well known among locals for its great food and laid-back atmosphere. From here, you can also catch a ferry to Pulau Bin, one of Singapore's offshore islands. Ferries depart regularly throughout the day, making it a popular destination for cycling, hiking, and a glimpse of Singapore's rural past. And just like that, we have completed the 110 kilometers journey around Singapore. Thanks for riding along with me. And if you have enjoyed this adventure, hit that subscribe button. There are many more cycling journeys from Singapore, Southeast Asia, and beyond waiting for us. Until the next time, ride safe, and I will see you on the next adventure. Bye bye.